5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Britney Spears! Thank you for making this your first stop this year live and the big performance you're going to do for us. We're so excited. As a matter of fact, Melina already in tears over there from Detroit.
You're so cute. Don't cry. You're so sweet.
Oh, thank you. I love you, Britney.
Her mom's in tears, too.
Please, stop.
This is going to be a happy moment, okay?
Very happy.
We don't want their makeup to run. You know, it's going to be...
Too late. It's done.
You know, one of the things that I wanted to ask you was, you know, What? I pulled up today and I saw all these people lined up to see you, many of which camped out all night, which is fantastic. It's unbelievable. But now, and this to us is a really big day to have you here, you know? But to you, it's kind of, I mean, you're always with Britney Spears because you're Britney Spears. So, what's a normal day like for you? Is it this insanity all the time?
This is not normal for me. I've been watching your show for a while. I'm nervous right now.
Oh, come on.
No, I am. This is awesome to be here with all of you. So.
Well, thank you. Nothing to be nervous about. You know, we talked briefly before we went on the air just about some of the things that you read in the press and the fact that, I mean, you can't do anything without somebody noticing, which can be very difficult at times.
Yeah.
Have you ever read anything that's been completely true? Because I know when things come out sometimes about me, I go, I didn't say that. Or I didn't do that.
There's a bunch of things out there that are just very absurd. And you're like, you know, but there are some things that are true. Some things are true, but some things aren't.
But you got to get to a point where you say, there's nothing I can do about it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, how do you control it? You can't control it.
You can't control it. You just have to go with it and, you know, be yourself.
Yeah.
So that's all you can do.
When you were 6 or 7, you were performing, singing, and dancing, and you probably said, I want to grow up and be a really big star. Mm-hmm. Did you ever think you would grow up to be what you have become, which is a superstar?
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure it's the first time you've ever heard that. But it is true.
I don't know, but I try not to think about it like that because I'm just like a normal person just like everybody else, you know. I'm just like, I'm really thankful to be able to live my dream like this. I'm very blessed.
What was that dream? What did you think you would end up doing when you were younger?
I just dreamed of like being on stage in front of like thousands of people. That was like my dream. I felt like at home when I was doing that. So that was my dream. So I'm living it right now.
Yeah, you are. Was there ever a point where you sort of realized that all this was happening in a big way and it was happening pretty quickly for you?
The first time it really...
Yeah, I think the first time, I mean, it has to sink in at some point that, okay, this is my life now. Do you remember when that point was?
Probably around like the 3rd album when it came out. I just really started getting the groove of things and I was like, oh, this is, you know, how it is and stuff
so
like that.
So it took you 2 #1 albums to figure that out? I'm thinking after the first one you might just know, this is going well, you know? Part of my job is to go around the country and we audition kids on American Idol that want to be a pop star, essentially. They think they know what it's like because they watch people like you. What don't they know about it? What do they not get to see? Sort of an inside look of what it's really like to be in this business right now as a young person.
I mean, I think if you want to just do it here and there, it's like a simple thing, you know, but if you really want to be the person you want to be, it really takes a lot of hard work, you know, but at the same time, like, I don't know, it's worth it when you get out on the stage and you do your thing. It's just, I don't know, it's amazing. It's an amazing experience, and I tell all girls out there, like, you know, if that's what you want to do, it's an amazing thing. Go for it, do it, and just, you know, it's great.
Well, you have an incredible stage presence, amazing talent, but there's also something that you have And you have to have this to do what you do every day, and that is the drive. I mean, you get up every day and you work so very hard. You get tired, right?
Yeah, you do, but like I seriously, like yesterday, for instance, I was in rehearsals and I went to across the street and I saw all these dancers and they were auditioning for Missy Elliott and they were there all day long and it was like they were so dedicated to it and it's like that's how you, if you really love it, it's not work.
But it can be, I mean, for those people, it can get sometimes when you go into an audition and you're rejected, and many of us deal with rejection all the time in this business.
Yes.
You have to develop a little thick skin.
Yes.
How do you get past that? How do you keep pushing? Because I think that's the trick.
You gotta believe in yourself, you know, believe in yourself and know that, you know, that it's all good and just keep going.
You know that you can be the one that does it. It's just a matter of who's going to open that door for you.
Exactly.
How about your friends? Let's talk about the people who are closest to you now. Has the group gotten larger or smaller the more famous you become?
Smaller.
Smaller?
Like I kind of still have my same friends that I've always had.
And those that you grew up with?
Yes, yeah.
And they treat you the same?
Completely the same. Yeah.
So they're very candid with you?
Yeah. Oh, very much so.
And
well, right now we're working on that, and it's very elaborate. I do a bunch of different things. I'm going to have 2 guest appearances from some really cool people that are going to come and perform with me.
But you can't tell us?
I can't tell you.
Well, can we guess?
No. Well, let's make it a surprise.
Okay.
It'll be a really big surprise.
Okay.
But
and that's a live
it's
Showtime
all
special.
Live, yes.
That freaks you out a little bit or no?
Yeah, right now I'm trying not to think about it, but once I get there, I'll have the jitters before.
We're live nationwide with Britney Spears. Hopefully no jitters. We have taken so many. I mean, listen, I said if you guys have questions, send us emails, text us, call us, send us videos, and obviously inundated with questions. But I want to run down a few of these nationwide. And if you sent a question, I'm sorry I can't get to all 4 million of them, but I'm going to try and get through a few. Let's start with, let's go to our video questions right now. We're going to go to Chicago. Stephanie has a question for Britney Spears. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Stephanie from Chicago, and Brittany, I'd just like to know if you could spend the day with anyone, who would it be?
If you could spend the day with anybody, who would it be? Famous or not?
Brad Pitt. Definitely.
You've met him.
I've met him briefly.
Do you get giddy? Do you get a little...
Yeah, I was like a little goofball. I didn't know what to say.
You start thinking about what you're saying, and then you say it, and you go, oh my God, I have the one chance to say something to Brad Pitt, and then I said that.
Ah, yeah, it's rad.
We have another one standing by? Where are we going now? Let's go to Dallas. Barton, go ahead, Dallas.
Where do you think you're going to be in 5 years? Where do you see yourself?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. I would love to do more movies and do more tours and just get better as an artist.
So in addition to being an artist in the music world, you really like the acting thing, huh?
Yeah,
You want to do more of that?
I would love that.
Some movies.
Remake some old movies or something.
Are you doing a film? Are you doing a film? Didn't I read that you may be doing a Bond film?
We're producing some stuff. It's like in the works right now.
It's in the works.
Yeah.
Could happen soon. All right, some emails here nationwide. Kristen in Oklahoma. How do you stay in such great shape, Brittany?
Ooh, honestly, just I don't really work out that much. Just being on the road and going, and it really is the main thing that kind of keeps.
Well, plus,
me...
I mean, when you're on stage, I would say you burn a few
being
calories.
on stage, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like when you're up there, I would imagine that you're soaking wet with sweat when you get done with one of those shows, because
Exactly.
I've tried in my bedroom one of your videos before, and I'm soaking wet. You know. Let's go to JT Baker, New York City. You always say you hate your feet. You do?
Yes.
Do you really consider what's wrong with your feet? Do you consider your feet unattractive? He says.
Yes, they're very obnoxious. I don't think anybody's feet are cool though. Like feet are just kind of, I don't know. They're just.
What about Brad Pitt's?
His feet maybe?
Did you see his feet?
His feet
Maybe
may be
just fine.
yes.
All right, let's go to New York City. They have been standing by with our man Rob.